So for some reason, somewhere along the line, I thought that it was bad to like Zooey Deschanel. I remember when I was younger, I thought that Zooey Deschanel was really pretty and funny and just nice and cool, and I liked her. And then, I don't think it's any one specific thing, I think it was just this general osmosis and like permeation of the internet that girls who have bangs or are quirky or like play the ukulele are cringy. Without really thinking about it, I just sort of stopped liking Zooey Deschanel. I'm pretty sure if someone was like, yeah, I like Zooey Deschanel, I wouldn't be like, yeah, me too. I would just be like, okay. Which is weird because I'm not a very like judgmental person, so I wouldn't judge the other person, but I definitely feel like I would have felt if I liked Zooey Deschanel, it would be a bit cringy, which is ridiculous. There are so many things I feel like fit into this category of like concepts that via like vague peer pressure or general culture have decided are bad. For a more extreme example, like more obvious and conscious one, I just hated Justin Bieber. Like everyone, I just hated Justin Bieber when he first had his like first album. I was like, that's silly. That's cringe music. Why would I ever listen to terrible Justin Bieber? I didn't actually listen to Justin Bieber. And then I actually formed my own opinion about Justin Bieber, is that I don't like Justin Bieber. But now I have like a conscious and more analytical reason for not liking him. Like I actually listened to some of his music and decided that it wasn't for me. I think Baby is obnoxiously repetitive. I do think some of his songs are good. If we rewind time, I would just automatically by default think anything Justin Bieber is bad, and now if Justin Bieber is on this playlist, let's see if it's okay or not. I will reserve judgment for the song. I no longer have this like concept that Justin Bieber inherently is bad, even if I, in general, do not like Justin Bieber. You know what I mean? I also think Bacon is one of those things, but in the reverse, where everyone's like, yeah, Bacon, oh my goodness, it's the best. It's just, Bacon's okay, guys. It's fine if, like, you like it, but I really feel like it's been hyped up by just internet culture that we've just latched on. Just the same with like pineapple on pizza. Like the whole divide is completely manufactured, like it's silly. I feel as if like we all really wouldn't care if the internet hadn't created this culture of caring and cringing and creating this debate. If the internet didn't exist and someone asked you, what do you think of pineapple on pizza? Your response would either be, yeah, it's okay, or nah, it's not good. And then you would leave it at that instead of being like, I must have an overdone argument. We could analyze this on multiple levels. Like, I feel like not liking Zooey Deschanel definitely came from a place of misogyny. I feel like there is at least an undertone or driving force that created the idea that girls who play ukulele and are quirky cringe. I feel like misogyny definitely had a role in that. So now I've started watching New Girl with my wife, and she loves it, and she's introduced it to me, and it's great. It's actually really good, and I'm like, Zooey Deschanel is really funny, and for some reason that was a surprise, as if I'd forgotten. I used to really like Zooey Deschanel. It's refreshing to actually look on something and reevaluate it and be like, oh, cool, okay, I no longer have this preconceived bias that somehow got in my brain, and now I'm enjoying a thing. And I think like your teenage years are all about creating those terrible biases, and then your 20s, or at least your late 20s, are all about like going back and being like, actually, no, it's okay to like all those things. And I'm so glad that I've grown to be like a more conscious and less judgmental person. And could you imagine if I still thought that ukulele girls were cringy? My wife plays ukulele. Imagine if I was just like, ugh, no, that's a stereotype and that's bad. If that was like my first impression of the person who would become my wife, like, that would be awful. That would drastically change the course of the past like 3.5 years of my life for the worse, because of something objectively very stupid and also misogynistic. Also ridiculous because I own a ukulele. Ugh. Why would I dislike someone else for being quirky and playing the ukulele? I do that. That's such an important lesson for everyone to learn. Just stop being judgmental about silly things. Stop cringing at things because someone else cringed at them, and just sort of look at it and be like, okay, cool. Do I like this? Yeah. Is it okay to like this? Probably yes. What is something that you stopped liking because of like cringe or someone else's opinion, and then you realize later on, you're like, actually no. If I were to form my own opinion, yes, this is good. Tell me. Anyway, goodbye YouTube.